All right, today's lesson, we are continuing to talk about scaled copies and scale factor, but we're going to throw in area too. So we're going to look at two figures that are scaled copies of each other, and we're going to look at their area and see if they have any kind of relationship. All right, so we're going to start out here. I've got three different sets of figures. What I would like for you to do is on a piece of paper, I would like for you to write down this chart here. And why don't you go ahead and pause the video and come back when you have that chart completed. All right, so hopefully you've done that chart. So I'm going to do the first one with you. So we're first going to look at, so we're on figure 1 here. So we're going from figure A to figure B. So the first thing I want to know is, what is my scale factor? Well, if I'm looking from going from 5 to 10 and from 3 to 6, that means I have a scale factor of 2. That means I have a scale factor of 2. And if I look at my area, length times width for A, that's 15 square centimeters. And for B, 6 times 10, that is 60 square centimeters. Okay? All right, why don't you pause the video and finish up figure 2 and 3. Finish up figure 2 and 3. And figure 2 here, I just needed to, just trying to save space. So there's my A. Okay? All right, pause the video and finish the chart. All right, let's check your chart and see if you have everything completed. Okay? All right, so what I would like for you to do now is we're going to kind of focus on the area and see if you see any kind of relationship between the area of A and the area of B. So take some time for a second. Pause the video if you need to. All right, so I'm kind of hoping that you saw that from here to here, we're just multiplying by 4. Okay, and then from here to here, I'm multiplying by 9. Oops, it's too big. Let me go smaller. And from here to here, I'm multiplying by 16. Okay? So if you look at those numbers, is anything kind of jogging your mind as to how we might get those numbers there? Okay. While you're still thinking, let me give you a little hint over here. All right, so if I look at this, let's say that this is my original figure. This is a 1 by 1 grid, so the area is 1. Okay, so if I go from here to here and I have a scale factor of 2, my new area is 4. Because when I'm multiplying and I'm finding my scale factor, I'm not just multiplying the length by 2 to get my scale factor, I'm multiplying both length and width. So it's a two-dimensional shape. So I'm multiplying both the length and the width by 2. So that's why my answer is getting bigger, and it's not just 2 squares. Okay, so if I have a scale factor of 3, okay, remember I'm multiplying the length by 3 and the width by 3. So now my area is 9. If I go over here, if I have a scale factor of 4, I'm multiplying the length by 4 and the width by 4, so it comes out to be 16 and 25 down here. Okay, so I don't know if you're seeing this, if you remember this from before, these are called squared numbers or exponents. So if you know, so if I have 2 to the second power, that actually means 2 times 2, which is equal to 4. That's a squared number. If I have 3 to the second power, that means 3 times 3. This little dot means to multiply, okay? So that would be 9. 4 squared, or 4 to the second power, that means 4 times 4 equals 16. 5 squared, or 5 to the second power, means 5 times 5, and so on. It's 25, okay? And so on. So now let's go back and look and see if you see anything over here. So are you seeing a relationship between my scale factor and then what I got my area there? So do you see that if I were to multiply the original area, my original area, times the scale factor to the second power, that would give me 60. So if I said, in this case, if I said 15, I'm going to write it up here, 15 times 2 times 2, or 15 times my scale factor to the second power, that would give me 60. Ding, ding, ding. You see how this is my scale factor to the second power? 3 squared equals 9. Okay, so let's write something out here. So to find the area of a scaled model, scaled figure, okay, the formula would be, so the area would equal, so it's the area of original, sorry, area of original, let me write that, of the original figure times the scale factor squared, or to the second power. Okay, so it's the area of the original figure times the square factor squared. Okay, let's do an example then. Let's do an example. All right, so let's look at this one. If these two shapes are scaled copies with a scale factor of 3, so the scale factor is 3, what would be the area of this one? Okay, so let's just use our formula. So it is the area of the original times the scale factor squared, or to the second power. Okay, so if I were going to solve this, this would be 30 times 3 to the second power means 3 times 3. So 3 times 3 is 9. So that would just be 270 square feet. Square feet. Okay. All right, let's do another one. All right, why don't you pause the video, and I want you to do this one. Pause the video and come back when you have this answer. All right, check your answer on that one. Perfect. All right, let's try the next one. So pause the video and come back when you have your answer. All right, check out that answer, 384 square feet. Okay. All right, let's try one more. Now this one's a little different because it has a scale factor of a half. Okay, so let's again, so there's scale factors with a scale factor of a half. What is the area of ABCD? Okay, so we're getting smaller this time. Okay, so let's take our original area, which is 80 times, and then we have the scale factor squared. So here's the tricky part, scale factor squared. Okay, so when we square this, okay, that's still just like before, it was the number times itself. So I have to come over here, it's a half times a half. So when we multiply fractions, we're going to multiply straight across. That gives me 1/4. Okay, so it would be 80 times a fourth. Okay, when I multiply fractions, I can put that over 1, just multiply straight across. So I get 80 over 4. That's improper. How many times would 4 go into 80? 20 times. So this area would be 20 square feet. 20 square feet. It should definitely be smaller. It should definitely be smaller. Okay? All right. Let me know if you have any questions on this. All right. Have a great day, guys.